This is the most fun build I've played in Diablo 4. One-shot everything, move at lightspeed, guaranteed crits on every cast. Spiritborn speed farm that clears Torment 4 like it's World Tier 1. Pit 100 runs in under 3 minutes. If you're not playing this, you're wasting time. Let me show you why. Build advantages. Why should you play this Spiritborn speed farm build? 4 reasons. Speed. You're moving at absurd speeds with Eagle Spirit synergies. Constant evades, instant repositioning, non-stop movement. This is the fastest farming build in Season 10. Nothing comes close. One-shot damage. Everything dies instantly in Torment 4. Packs, elites, champions, bosses. One ability, entire screen gone. The damage scaling on this build is ridiculous. You don't fight enemies, you delete them. Ultra tanky gameplay. You rarely die thanks to massive maximum life from Brawn over Brains, constant healing, and killing everything before it touches you. The combination of high life pool, life steal, and instant enemy deletion keeps you alive in all content. Pure fun factor. This build feels incredible to play. Fast movement, instant kills, zero downtime, guaranteed crits on every cast. You're zooming through content, collecting loot, never stopping. If you've been bored with other builds, this changes everything. Chaos perks. Let's talk about the chaos perks that make this build absolutely broken. Combined strikes. Your base core skills hit additional times in a large area for 40% increase to damage, but also receive a 10-second cooldown. Your basic skill's third attack resets the cooldown of your core skills. Here's why this is insane. Your core skills become free to cast thanks to Rod of Kepalaki, making them count as basic skills. Every third basic skill attack resets your core skill cooldown, which means you're spamming massive AoE core skills constantly with no resource cost. The 40% damage bonus and additional hits in a large area make your clear speed ridiculous. Brawn over Brains. Gain 200% maximum life, 100% healing received, and 125% overpower damage. However, your maximum resistances are reduced by 25%, and your damage reduction from armor is capped at 60%. Here's why this works. The massive maximum life increase gives you a huge health pool. The overpower damage boost scales your burst damage significantly. You're trading resistances for raw survivability and damage. With your high mobility and damage output, you kill everything before resistances matter. Unstable power. Chaotic magics erupt from your basic skills, making them guaranteed to critically strike and overpower for 100% increase the damage, but the power is unstable, giving them a 3-second cooldown. Lucky hit. Viz Joktar effects have a plus 20% chance to trigger. This is your damage nuke. Every basic skill is a guaranteed crit and overpower with 100% increased damage. Since your core skills count as basic skills thanks to Rod of Kepalaki, you're getting guaranteed crits on everything you cast. The 3-second cooldown is bypassed by combined strikes, resetting your cooldowns constantly. Back off. When casting a skill, it deals 30% reduced damage to enemies close to you. However, enemies distant take 200% increased damage. This encourages ranged gameplay and rewards proper positioning. Stay at medium to long range and you're dealing double damage to everything. The 30% damage reduction to close enemies doesn't matter because you're killing everything from range instantly. These 4 perks synergize perfectly. Combined strikes for constant core skill spam, Brawn over Brains for survivability and overpower scaling, unstable power for guaranteed crits on every cast, and back off for massive damage at range. You're deleting screens from a safe distance. Gear Showcase. Alright, let's go through the gear. I'll break down what you need and why each piece matters for this speed farm setup. As Helm, we're looking for Sepazantec Chaos Armor. This thing is nutty. And we're looking for chance for basic skills to deal double damage and dexterity greater affixes. Triple masterwork on chance for basic skills to deal double damage. As chest, we're using Rod of Kepalaki. This is mandatory for the build. And we're looking for critical strike damage, maximum resource, and chance for core skills to hit twice greater affixes. Triple masterwork on chance for core skills to hit twice. Without this chest, nothing works. As gloves, we're using Aspect of the Moonrise Legendary Gloves, Attack Speed Engine, and we're looking for ranks to rake, armor, and resource cost reduction, greater affixes, triple masterwork on ranks to rake. As pants, we're using Harmony of Ibawaka Chaos Armor, makes every skill count as both Eagle and Gorilla, and we're looking for all stats, movement speed, and damage reduction greater affixes, triple masterwork on all stats. As boots, we're using Hesha E Kasungi, insane Gorilla damage boost, and we're looking for ranks to Gorilla skills, attack speed, ultimate cooldown reduction, and vulnerable damage greater affixes, triple masterwork on ranks to Gorilla skills. As weapon, we're using Aspect of Wild Claw's polearm, free damage procs, and we're looking for resource cost reduction, dexterity, maximum life, and chance for rake to extra hit greater affixes, triple masterwork on dexterity. As amulet, we're using Aspect of Adaptability, resource scaling, and we're looking for total armor, dexterity, ranks to potent, and resource cost reduction greater affixes, triple masterwork on total armor. As first ring, ring, we're using Aspect of Redirected Force, free crit damage, and we're looking for Dexterity, Maximum Life, Resource Cost Reduction, and Overpower Damage Greater Affixes, triple Masterwork on Dexterity. As second ring, we're using Aspect of Unyielding Hits, Armor to Damage Conversion, and we're looking for Dexterity, Resource Cost Reduction, Resistance to all elements, Overpower Damage, and the Protector cooldown reduction. Greater Affixes, triple Masterwork on Dexterity. That's the full gear setup. Rod of Kepaleki is mandatory. Farm the Chaos Armors first, then work on perfecting your Greater Affixes and Masterworks. Alright, quick timeout. If you're realizing how broken this setup is, smash that like button and subscribe. More Season 10 builds dropping soon. Now let's keep going. Spirit Boons and Spirit Halls. Your Spirit Hall setup is critical for this build. Primary Spirit Hall, Eagle. This is your movement and speed source. Eagle Spirit gives you attack speed, cooldown reduction, and mobility. All your skills count as Eagle skills, thanks to Harmony of Ibiwaka. Secondary Spirit Hall, Gorilla. This is your damage and survivability source. Gorilla Spirit provides damage reduction, armor scaling, and burst damage. Combined with Eagle, you're fast and tanky simultaneously. Why this combination works Harmony of Ebawaka makes every skill count as both Eagle and Gorilla. This means every skill procs. Combined Strikes Chaos perk, every skill benefits from both Spirit Hall bonuses. You're always alternating between spirit types for maximum damage. Your survivability and speed are always active. You're not choosing between speed and power, you have both permanently. Build's most functional areas. This Spiritborn speed farm build dominates specific content. Let's talk about where you should be using it. Torment 4 farming. This is where the build shines brightest. Everything in Torment 4 dies in one hit. Packs, elites, champions, all deleted instantly. You're moving at max speed, collecting loot, never stopping. This is the best Torment 4 farming build in Season 10. Pit 100 speed runs. You're clearing Pit 100 in under 3 minutes consistently. The combination of speed and damage makes pit runs trivial. You don't slow down, you don't die, you just zoom through and collect rewards. Infernal Hordes. Excellent clear speed. Waves die instantly thanks to guaranteed crits and AoE spam. You're collecting ether like crazy, and the high maximum life keeps you safe. Perfect build for efficient Infernal Hordes farming. Chaos Rifts one-shot clearing everything. The density is perfect for your AoE damage, and you're sealing rifts in seconds. Great for Infernal Warp farming and reputation loops. Boss farming solid single target damage. You won't set records, but Duriel, Andariel, and Bartuk all die quickly. The guaranteed crits from Unstable Power and Overpower scaling from Brawn. Overbrains handle boss mechanics well, where the build performs. This build handles pit content very well. You're clearing pit 100 to 120 comfortably with this setup. However, if you want to push extremely high tiers like pit 140 plus, you'll need much more specific gear with perfect rolls and hard to find greater affixes. The build works great for efficient farming and reasonable pit progression, but min-maxing for the absolute highest tiers requires serious gear investment. Skill tree. I'm not going to read through every single skill point here. You can pause the video or check out my Mobalytics build. Links in the description. I'll just cover the important stuff. Core skills, your main damage dealers. Thanks to Rod of Kepaleki, these are now also basic skills and free to cast. This is your spam ability for clearing everything. Eagle skills, mobility, and speed. You're using Eagle skills for repositioning, cooldown reduction, and maintaining attack speed buffs. Gorilla skills, burst damage, and survivability. Gorilla skills provide your tankiness and your big damage windows. The Protector Invoke from Hesha Ikasungi scales these massively. Basic skills. With Rod of Kepaleki, your core skills are also basic skills. This means every core skill cast procs all your basic skill synergies. Sepazontek double damage, aspect of the Moonrise attack speed stacks, aspect of adaptability resource generation, and damage scaling. The skill tree is built around maximizing spirit synergies and keeping your rotation smooth. Focus on Eagle and Gorilla passives, resource generation, and damage multipliers. Paragon boards and glyphs. Your Paragon setup is straightforward. 5 boards, 5 glyphs, all focused on scaling your damage and spirit synergies. Starter board, Wildfire Glyph. Increases fire damage for every 5 dexterity purchased within range. Lucky Hit has a chance to reduce cooldowns. This keeps your abilities flowing and adds baseline damage. First board, Sapping Node with Menagerist Glyph. Sapping restores vigor and boosts damage when you alternate spirit types. Menagerist increases all damage per spirit type used. Since Harmony of Ebawaka makes your skills count as multiple spirits, this stacks fast. Second board, Convergence Node with Spirit Glyph. Convergence adds bonus damage based on all your elemental damage types combined. Spirit Glyph increases critical strike damage and makes crits amplify enemy damage taken. More damage, more scaling. Third board, Revealing node with Colossal Glyph. Revealing boosts damage to vulnerable enemies and provides crowd control utility. Colossal scales Gorilla skill damage and adds damage per stack of Resolve, essential for burst windows. Fourth board, Drive node with Canny Glyph Drive. Increases damage after moving, which you're doing constantly. Canny scales non-physical damage and makes enemies take more non-physical damage over time. Final damage multiplier. The entire Paragon setup completes around level 220 to 230. After that, path toward dexterity and damage nodes. Don't overthink it. Mercenary. We're using Raher as our main mercenary with Aldkin as reinforcement. Why Raher? Raher provides additional damage buffs and utility that complement the build's playstyle. His abilities support your fast-paced gameplay without requiring micromanagement. Reinforcement. Aldkin's reinforcement skill synergizes with your rotation. The exact setup depends on which Aldkin skill you've selected, but the goal is to enhance either your damage output or survivability during dense pulls. Simple mercenary setup that enhances the build without adding complexity. You're focused on speed and efficiency, not managing mercenary rotations. Rotation and gameplay. Here's how you actually play this build in combat. Speed farm rotation, evade into packs for movement speed and positioning. Cast core skills, which are now free basic skills, to delete everything. Use eagle skills for cooldown reduction and repositioning. Use gorilla skills for burst damage when needed. Repeat. Everything dies in one hit, so the rotation is fast and simple. You're not managing complex mechanics. You see enemies, you cast, they die, you move. Pit push rotation. Enter with max vigor. Cast core skills at max vigor for guaranteed crits. Use Protector Invoke for gorilla skill. Damage boost alternate eagle and gorilla skills to maintain your rotation. Your massive health pool and constant crits keep you alive. Even in high pits, the rotation stays simple. The build does the work for you. Key mechanics to remember. Rod of Kepaleke makes core skills free at all times and count as basic skills. At max vigor, core skills consume all vigor for guaranteed massive crits. Unstable power makes all basic skills guaranteed, crits and overpowers combined. Strikes resets core skill cooldowns. Every third basic skill attack. Harmony of Ebewaka makes every skill count as both eagle and gorilla back off. Gives you 200% damage to distant enemies. Master these mechanics and you'll understand why this build feels so smooth. That's your complete Spiritborn speed farm build for Season 10. Remember, Rod of Kepaleke is your core unique, making core skills free and count as basic skills. Unstable power gives guaranteed crits and overpowers. Combined strikes resets cooldowns constantly. Back off doubles your damage at range. This build one-shots. Torment 4 speedruns Pit 100 and dominates all farming content. If this guide helped you, smash that like button and subscribe for more. Diablo 4 build guides. What's your fastest Pit 100 clear with this build? Drop it in the comments. Join our Discord for build discussions and optimizations. Link in the description. Now go delete some content. See you in the next one.